So it's the day I'm supposed to start texturing, and well, I didn't clean my texture gun when I was done with the last job, and I'm slowly trying to clean this up. You can see how rusted that is in there. I've been wet sanding with sandpaper, and then I remembered I've got this stuff. This video is going to be sponsored by the WD-40 company. I'm going to use the WD-40 Specialist Rust Remover Soak to clean this piece up here. And when I pull this gun apart, this is just warm water in here. Yeah, you can see all the rust in there. So I'll put this in there also. Man, I can get this thing out. How do I get this thing out? So I got this piece out, and this isn't rusty, it's just slightly corroded. So I'm using some 320 on this one just to clean it up. It's weird, after I do a drywall job, this one's actually quite small, but I'm usually done with drywall for a while, and I'm just throwing the tools back in the trailer because the last thing you do is texture. I don't break out the texture gun unless the job is large enough to need it, and I do those jobs just a few times a year. And I've been working in a lot of older homes that don't have any sort of orange peel or knockdown texture. They're either smooth or a skip trowel type of texture. Is air supposed to go through this? Now while that's still soaking, I've moved on to the hopper. This should go pretty quick. If it wasn't, 40 degrees outside, I would just hose this out. I'm thinking I may just go suck it up and freeze my hands and hose this thing out, because this joint compound that makes up the texture is water soluble and it comes right off. Now, although this housing is not steel, there are some carbon steel parts in here that do rust and have coated the inside. So I'm just, it's all loosened up, and now I'm just kind of wiping it out with some 220 sandpaper and just kind of smoothing out the edges. So I was doing a video on nail guns the other night, and I shot the little front-facing screen on the GoPro there, so I can't tell if the thing works or is running or not. Oh, don't drop that in the dust. So the texture that's going on this wall is called orange peel. It's a very fine orange peel. So that's why I'm going to use a, oh, that's cleaning up nicely, a narrow, tiny hole, and I'm going to mix the texture more thin than if I was doing a heavy knockdown texture. I got it mostly put back together, but the spring return is a little on the slow side. So I'm going to take this apart and lube it up a little bit. And I just so happen to have another WD-40 product. This is the WD-40 Specialist Spray and Stay Gel Lubricant No Drip Formula. Oh yeah. They all lubed up. Now you can see the return is much faster. Probably faster than it was new. Hey, I am happy to say I am ready to go. I just wish I could take this 60-gallon tank with me. I'm going to be using a pancake compressor very similar to this one. Man, that thing works perfect. There's like no light in here. Kind of a close up. Probably can't tell what this looks like. Here's a good angle. Well, the new fireplace bump out has been textured, and I also primered it. When this house gets painted here in a couple weeks, couple days, the whole thing will get repainted. This part here is going to be a different color than this part here and this part here. But I always like to primer my drywall, and this is a perfect time of day with that natural light coming in to see if there's any imperfections, and it looks really, really good. Man, does that look good. Don't even notice. This one here, it's in the dark, so there's no light ever even on that one. This one here, yeah, that's good. So this is the texture that I was matching. It's been painted several times and has a glossier paint on it. And right here is mine, and it looks just like it. All these boxes are for the kitchen cabinets that I just finished installing. I have to find a place for all these boxes.